Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's so good to see so many of you, and it's also really nice to be interrupting you because, we no longer take for granted these opportunities, do we, to get together and enjoy each other's company and catch up a little bit. So thank you for being here, and those of you who are joining us today virtually, thank you for joining us as well. It's a wonderful day for us in the college. Welcome to our official CFAES Awards program. It's already been quite a wonderful and exciting week for our college. Yesterday, we were down at the Ohio State House with our elected officials in the Ohio General Assembly and other partners of ours in state government. And we had our legislative luncheon, and I want to thank Adam Ward and our staff in government affairs and others for a great event that really helped showcase a lot of the incredible work that we do through OSU Extension as well as throughout the college with our research and the work we do in educating our students. I was delighted with how impressed they were with the work and with the momentum. And I do think even a few of them will be joining us later today for the State of the College, as I hope all of you will be as well. Part of the reason we were down there at the State House was to thank them for their support. We have in our college our own line items that come just to our college that are for OSU Extension, for our research with the Ohio Agricultural Research and Development Centers, and our Sea Grant line items. That have all fared well in the governor's budget, and so we wanted to thank them as they consider the support that they're going to provide us. And then, of course, we were also being very assertive about some other asks that we might have to support the great work of this college. So it was wonderful to see them so supportive of all the work that you all do. In particular, I want to give a shout out to OSU Extension because many of our elected officials gave special thanks for the efforts that Extension and others have been making for East Palestine and the train derailment and the after effects of that work. For those of you who don't know, we've been boots on the ground with that situation since the day that it started. And the farmers, as well as the citizens of East Palestine, are enormously grateful and have spoken to the governor about the great support they feel like they have gotten from Ohio State University in being able to respond. So that's been a great testimony, I think, to the work that you all do. Last evening, we also came together right in this very spot to recognize our 2023 distinguished seniors. We have 25 of them, and what an incredible group of students who've just had enormous success. I promise you, every year when the nominations and those dossiers hit my desk, it gets harder and harder every year to figure out how to separate out the ones who deserve the recognition and the ones that we're going to have to say no to. We just have such incredible students. But again, what I hear from those students every single year is the importance of all of you. Their mentors, the staff they worked with, the faculty who believed in them and encouraged them, sometimes in directions that they hadn't even occurred to them to think about for a career, and how important this college community has been to them and to their success. We also got to enjoy last night meeting a lot of their family members. And again, I heard from so many family members about how important this college and the experience of the people in this college has been to their young person and how grateful they were that their student had chosen to come to our college. I don't think the praise gets much higher when you're in a college like ours than to hear that kind of feedback from the families of our students. So what a wonderful celebration last night. I think all of it, got me thinking this morning as I was listening to the thunderstorm rolling by, that really what this college is about is that we're seeking not just to make ourselves better, but to really help others to be better. With all of us, we want just the college community, but we want all communities to have the opportunities. We want our world to be better. And we're willing to do it, one person at a time. One of my favorite things about being part of our college is that we are a community of people who roll up our sleeves, who when work needs to be done, we don't say, oh, that's not my job, right? We roll up our sleeves, we do what needs to be done, and most importantly, we focus on how to lift others, how to make sure others have the opportunities that we know could really matter. What I told the students last night was that in our college, I'm really proud that we celebrate persistence. We celebrate service and dedication, and those who reach out to build not just the solutions to problems, but relationships. Because after all, at the end of the day, it really is about all the people. It really is in our core identity to foster that which serves and sustains life, and we encourage that desire to understand. We encourage the desire to question, to keep pressing, to help find solutions to these increasingly complex problems. And you're going to see that, I think, well evidenced today in this awards program. Today, it's a really happy day in our college because we are here to honor our colleagues, our friends, the faculty and staff from across our college for their diverse accomplishments, their deep commitment, and the pride they bring to the work of our college. Before we get started with the awards, though, I'd like to take a moment to welcome all of our faculty and staff who have joined our college this year. If you're new to our college, would you please stand and be recognized? I was going to say, I know there's a couple of you out there. Welcome. Thank you, and welcome to our community. And as you'll hear later in our State of the College, we have a few more who are going to be coming and joining us in this next year. So we look forward to welcoming and continuing to grow this wonderful community of ours. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Tracy Kitchell, Senior Associate Dean for Faculty and Staff Affairs, to join me on stage to start the awards presentation. And as I do so, I'd like you all to also join me in thanking Tracy for his leadership. He brings a tremendous amount of dedication and caring to all the work he does that focuses on the people in our college. So please help me thank him.
Good morning, everybody. All right. Well, thank you, Dean Kress. I really appreciate that. I'm honored to serve as today's Master of Ceremonies as we honor some of the best our college has to offer. Today's recipients were nominated by their leaders and or peers for their respective recognition and were selected among a deep, talented pool by the Central College units who are sponsoring that specific award. In addition to some nice award hardware, our college awards also come with a cash award as well. Information about our awards program can be found at go.osu.edu/CFAES Awards Home. That's CFAES Awards Home, all one word. This is the second year for this college-wide event, where our call for the awards are all communicated at the same time. The submission process is all through the same portal. And of course, we now have the opportunity to celebrate these recipients together. My continued appreciation for Michelle Anderson, Lori Bowman, and Laura Vest for their work on this overall process. To our additional staff like Matt Gall, who make the specific day happen. To the awards nominators who assemble and those applications, to the reviewers who look at those and select the awardees, and to my fellow college leaders for their continued coordination regarding that selection process. Please join me in thanking these folks for their work in making everything happen today. Your program includes a detailed biography of each of our award winners. If you're joining us online, you can go to go.osu.edu/awards program, that's plural, awards program, and you can look at the program that everybody has here in person. So instead of reading that biography to you and testing my ability to pronounce aspects of every department scholarship and program, I will be sharing shorter excerpts from the letters and support materials. I understand that that may not be as comical as last year's ceremony, but I promise that my nerves really appreciate it. I'll be asking leaders corresponding to each award area to join Dean Kress here on stage to help congratulate and honor our awardees. For our first area, unfortunately, Dr. Kathy Leichman, Assistant Dean and Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, is a little under the weather. Kathy, we hope you feel better, and thank you for keeping your germs at home. We will begin our presentation with the Distinguished Diversity Enhancement Award. This award is for implementing policies, procedures, and/or programs to enhance diversity, equity, and inclusion. This year's recipient is Dr. Melvin Pascal, professor in the Department of Food Science and Technology. Dr. Pascal is steadfastly committed to increasing racial diversity in CFAES, as well as within agriculture and food studies. Since his arrival at OSU in 2002, he has recruited 22 underrepresented minority graduate students to his lab in the department, tangibly increasing the diversity in the Department of Food Science and Technology. He has been the voice for underrepresented faculty on many university and college committees, as well as many search committees. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Melvin Pascal. Joining us on stage will be Dr. Luis Cañas, Director of the CFAES International Programs. The next award is the Distinguished International Research and Engagement Award. This award is for active engagement in international work involving teaching, research, and/or extension, resulting in substantial impact on international experiences for faculty and staff, or on the country or countries hosting the activities. This year's recipient is Dr. Osvaldo Campanella, professor in the Department of Food Science and Technology. Dr. Campanella is an internationally renowned scientist whose global research efforts have built collaborations. Dr. Campanella's participation in research and education programs in Asia, Europe, and Latin America have promoted an international exchange of ideas on issues with global relevance. Campanella's work includes actively publishing with international collaborators, numerous invited presentations, keynote talks, and short courses, mentoring international students, hosting international scholars, and collaborating on international grants. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Osvaldo Campanella. Joining us on stage will be Dr. Gary Pierzynski, Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education. The next award is the Distinguished Junior Faculty Research Award, and this award is for outstanding research contributions in the advancement of science and technologies relating to food, agriculture, family, communities, and/or the environment at the ranks of instructor, assistant professor, or associate professor. This year's recipient is Dr. Joy Rumble, Associate Professor in the Department of Agricultural Communication, Education, and Leadership. Dr. Rumble is known throughout her field for her research on current opinions, attitudes, and awareness of complex agricultural and natural resources issues, and how different communication strategies can change those opinions, attitudes, and awareness over time. This work is often interdisciplinary and has resulted in 45 refereed publications, 20 awards for her research from national and international organizations, contributions to grant projects totaling more than $10 million, and participation in 62 scholarly presentations since 2018. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Joy Rumble. The next award is the Distinguished Senior Faculty Research Award. This award is for outstanding research contributions in the advancement of science and technologies at the rank of professor. This year's recipient is Dr. Jeffrey Firkins, professor in the Department of Animal Sciences. Dr. Firkins has developed and sustained his capacity as a university, national, and international leader in nutritional sciences through his time as an Ohio State faculty member. He is recognized globally for his production agricultural relevant research in dairy cattle nutrition. His contributions to the dairy sector are integral in milk products being affordable, nutrient-rich, for human diets. Dr. Firkins served on the committee that determined and published the recent NASM nutrient requirements of dairy cattle, which is the world's most cited reference on dairy cattle feeding, and guides nutritionists and professionals in academia and the dairy and feed industries in developing and implementing nutritional and feeding programs. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Jeff Firkins. The next award is the Innovator of the Year Award. The award is for innovations that have or will have a major impact on agricultural production, business, rural communities, technology, or the health of well-beings of animals and human beings. This year's recipient is Dr. Jiayoung Lee, professor in the Department of Food Science and Technology. In 2019, she developed a method for rapid measurement of toxic concentration to fight the threat of harmful algal bloom, which is cheaper than the conventional method and has a broader range of detection. For early detection on a larger scale, Dr. Lee and her team employed drones to fly over bloom-affected water bodies and photograph the water's color, which was then correlated to bloom severity. Armed with this information, water treatment plants are able to be notified and adjust their methods to better treat the water. The public is warned to avoid recreation in contaminated areas, and farmers are notified of unsafe irrigation sources. This year, Dr. Lee has filed a patent for this aquatic drone to control the bloom. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Jiayoung Lee. Our next award is the William E. Krause Director's Award for Outstanding Publication by a Graduate Student. This award is for excellence in research performed by a doctoral student demonstrated through a peer-reviewed publication of the highest quality. The award was established by the Krause family in honor of Dr. William E. Krause, a faculty member and the first associate director of the Ohio Agricultural Experiment Station, serving from 1948 to 1969. This year's recipient is Soumya Ghosh, a PhD candidate in the Department of Plant Pathology, advised by Dr. Enrico Bonello. Soumya's research addresses the global issue of the decline of numerous tree species. His pioneering research examined both the tree and its fungal pathogen under climate change conditions and revealed key molecular and physiological changes that provide insight into why, in a warming climate, trees become more susceptible to disease. He presented his research paper, Mechanisms of Pine Disease Susceptibility Under Experimental Climate Change, at the 7th International Workshop for Genetics of Tree Parasite Interactions in Spain this past August, where he received the award for Best Student's Oral Presentation. A contributor to his nomination stated, "Soumya is one of the most hardworking, talented, team-oriented, and resourceful colleagues I have ever had in my career." Please join me again in congratulating Soumya Ghosh and his mentor, Dr. Enrico Bonello. It's a big award, it's fine.
Big deal.
It's a big deal. The next award is the Distinguished Graduate Student Mentor Award. This award is for meaningful and impactful mentoring across mission areas, supporting student goals, strong placement of students in appropriate settings, service activities in support of extracurricular activities and professional development, and strong support of diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts for graduate students. This year's recipient is Dr. Michelle Jones, Kiplinger Floriculture Endowed Chair and Professor in the Department of Horticulture and Crop Sciences. Dr. Jones's placement rate is 100%. Her PhD students go on to positions in both industry and universities where they thrive. She prioritizes her graduate students' training, well-being, and futures, and is known for leading by example. A contributor to her nomination stated, "Dr. Jones's commitment and support helped shape my passion for science and flowers into a successful professional career." Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Michelle Jones. The final award in the research and graduate education area is the Distinguished Interdisciplinary Team Research Award. This award is for working collaboratively toward a specific scientific goal, success in gaining major extramural sources, and national and international recognition for collaborative research. This award is given every 3 years. This year's recipient is the Program of Excellence in Natural Rubber Alternatives, or PENRA. PENRA is a CFAES-led consortium dedicated to achieving vital U.S. rubber security through the commercial and resilient deployment of rubber-producing crops and processing infrastructure in the United States. The PENRA team removed or significantly mitigated all technical impediments to domestic rubber production across the value chain, gained broad support for forming an interagency rubber funding program, made fundamental discoveries regarding the biochemical mechanism driving rubber synthesis, and triggered the founding of multiple domestic and international rubber production companies. They also triggered larger efforts by existing multinationals and actively participating in national public eye efforts, leading to the recognition of natural rubber as a critical agricultural material in the U.S., a formal recognition of critical need that had not existed. Please join me again in congratulating the PENRA team. I feel like there was a lot happening, and I was trying to focus so hard on what was happening here. No, it's all good. So thank you, Dr. Pierzynski. So joining us on stage is Dr. Ann Christie, Associate Dean and Director of Academic Programs. The next award is the Rodney F. Plimpton Distinguished Early Career Teaching Award. This award is for excellence in teaching, both in and out of the formal classroom, at the rank of assistant or associate professor. The award was created to honor the late Dr. Rodney Plimpton, an exceptional teacher who served as professor in the Department of Animal Sciences from 1965 to 1987. This year's recipient is Dr. Amanda Bowling, assistant professor and honors coordinator in the Department of Agricultural Communication, Education, and Leadership. Dr. Bowling consistently sets the bar for excellence in instruction with ACEL. She focuses on student-centered practices that promote motivation and interests within the courses she instructs. Dr. Bowling's average course evaluations is 4.69 out of 5.0 and are significant considering that many of those evaluations are the result of first-time course offerings. She teaches 2 of the 4 most rigorous courses in the ACEL graduate program, and students consistently have high praise for their experience. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Amanda Bowling. The next award is the Distinguished Teacher Award. This award is for the outstanding teaching at the ranks of professor. This year's recipient is Dr. David Barker, professor in the Department of Horticulture and Crop Sciences. Dr. Barker was unable to attend today. Joining us will be Dr. Doug Karcher, chair of the Department of Horticulture and Crop Sciences, who will accept the award on his behalf. Dr. Barker advises undergraduate and graduate students outside of the classroom and is the advisor of the Crops and Soils Student Club. Under his direction, our HCS students won their National Quiz Bowl contest in both 2021 and 2022. Dr. Barker teaches 10 courses. His effectiveness as a dynamic and engaging teacher has attracted students from across the college and university as they enroll in his classes to meet their core degree requirements. Please join us again in congratulating Dr. Barker. The next award is the Distinguished Teaching by a Lecturer Award, and this award is for outstanding teaching at the rank of lecturer or senior lecturer. This year's recipient is Pamela Sherritt, lecturer and turfgrass specialist in the Department of Horticulture and Crop Sciences. Pam developed the course HCS 3370 Sports Turf Management in 2008 and has taught it every year since. When originally offered, the course was the first of its kind in the United States. Ms. Sherritt supplements her classes with hands-on learning, tours, opportunities to meet and network with industry professionals, and links to the relevant current affairs when possible. She enjoys teaching and interacting with her students, whether in a small classroom setting or a large setting, in person or online. Please join me again in congratulating Pam Sherritt. The next award is the Distinguished Undergraduate Academic Advisor Mentor Award. This award is for excellence in undergraduate academic advising. This year's recipient is Dr. Annie Specht, Associate Professor and Agricultural Communication Program Coordinator in the Department of Agricultural Communication, Education, and Leadership. Driven by service to students and programs that create opportunities for them, Dr. Specht is a tireless advocate for student opportunities and a dedicated advisor and mentor. Dr. Specht embraces the multiple roles of advising, including career counseling, providing personal wellness support, and extracurricular guidance in addition to academic advising. A contributor to her nomination stated, "I believe Annie is an outstanding example of the type of faculty member we hope our children will meet when sending them off to college." Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Annie Specht. Thank you, Dr. Christie. Now joining us on stage is Dr. Jackie Wilkins, Associate Dean and Director of OSU Extension and Chair of the Department of Extension. The next award is the Distinguished Early Career Extension Faculty Award. This award is for innovation of extension programming, strong scholarly extension products, stakeholder support, and engagement at the rank of assistant professor. This year's recipient is Dr. Sarah Short, assistant professor in the Department of Entomology. Dr. Short was unable to join us this morning. Dr. Jamie Strange, professor and chair, will accept on her behalf. Since joining the faculty in 2018, Sarah has developed an innovative, multi-pronged extension program focused on prevention of tick and mosquito-borne diseases, including preparing several high-quality extension materials, such as the Tick ID card and a website with accurate information on all blood-feeding arthropods in Ohio. I'm really appreciative of her work, but it makes me itch every time I read it. Dr. Short is also the lead organizer of the Ohio Regional Tick Symposium and a biennial event for researchers, public health officials, health practitioners, and pest management specialists to facilitate education and communication about ticks and tick-borne diseases. Please join us again in congratulating Dr. Short. The next award is the Distinguished Extension Faculty Award. This award is for innovation of extension programming and strong scholarly extension products, stakeholder products, and engagement at the rank of associate professor or professor. This year's recipient is Dr. Maurice Eastridge, professor and extension dairy specialist in the Department of Animal Sciences. Dr. Eastridge has dedicated his career in extension and has impacted many students, 4-H members, dairy managers, and dairy farm families. He has spoken through North America, led many international visitors to tour Ohio dairy farms and industries, and is nationally recognized in applied research in numerous foundational areas that benefit dairy farmers in Ohio. Because of his expertise and the high regard in which he is held, Dr. Eastridge brings together farmers, industry, students, and colleagues for the benefit of all, helping them see the dairy industry, college, and those issues comprehensively. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Eastridge. The next award is the Distinguished Early Career Extension Professional Award. This award is for innovation of extension programming, partnerships with extension professionals statewide, strong scholarly extension products, stakeholder support, and engagement as an extension professional with less than 7 years of experience. This year's recipient is Laura Agerman, extension professional in the Department of Food, Agricultural, and Biological Engineering, serving as the program coordinator for disability services with OSU Extension. Laura was unable to attend today. Chair of the Department of FABE is Scott Shear, who will accept the award on her behalf. Laura creates innovation in extension programming and enhances quality of life in ways that make a significant difference for those with disabilities. She also authored many extension products, including journal articles, workshop materials, and many agribility resources in partnership with other extension professionals, both statewide and nationwide. A contributor to her nomination stated, "Most impressive is her desire to apply solutions beyond individual farmers' needs. Not just completing the project, but making a difference in their lives and viability of their farms." Please join me again in congratulating Laura. The next award is the Distinguished Extension Professional Award. This award is for innovative extension with an individual with more than 7 years of service. This year's recipient is Mary Wicks, a research associate in the Department of Food, Agricultural, and Biological Engineering. Mary is joining us via the live stream at Worcester, CFAES Worcester today, and presenting her award is Andy Michael, Associate Dean and Director of the CFAES Worcester campus. Mary has worked throughout her career at OSU, learning and utilizing methods and technologies to enhance programs and reach broad audiences. She is a problem solver and takes the initiative to find a solution, whether it is exploring extension needs or innovative ways to implement programs. A contributor to her nomination stated, "Mary Wicks is one of the most productive and innovative extension professionals I've ever been associated with at OSU. She provides outstanding, reliable organizational skills and leadership to many extension programs related to composting and manure management." Please join me again in congratulating Mary Wicks. The next award is the Distinguished Multidisciplinary Team Extension Award. This award is for the innovation of extension programming, partnerships with extension professionals statewide, strong scholarly extension products, stakeholder support, and engagement as an extension-based team with faculty and staff from at least 2 different units. This year's recipient is the Agronomic Crops team, and team leads Drs. Laura Lindsay and Stephanie Karhoff will be accepting the award on their behalf. The Ag Crops team was formed in 1995 to provide an integrated delivery mechanism to address corn, soybean, wheat, and forage producer needs. Throughout the past 27 years, the team has been the go-to source for information for farmers, industry, and certified crop advisors. Members of the Ag Crops team have diverse backgrounds and experiences and work collaboratively and effectively to provide accurate and timely information addressing the needs of Ohio's agronomic crop industry. The Ag Crops team uses multiple outreach approaches to serve a wide range of stakeholders, including the Crop Observation and Recommendation Network, or CORN newsletter, the Demonstration Area at Farm Science Review, and the Conservation Tillage and Technology Conference. Please join me again in congratulating the Ag Crops team. Thank you, Dr. Wilkins. We will now move on to our Staff Advisory Council Awards. And at this time, Emily Wickham, representing CFAES Staff Advisory Council, will join us on stage. All nominations for the Staff Advisory Council were submitted by the recipient's colleagues or supervisors and reviewed by a committee of SAC members. Our first award is the Shirley Brooks Jones Citizenship Award. This award is for ongoing excellence in service, enhancing the quality of life in ways that make a significant difference, developing creative solutions to problems, contributing to positive changes, promoting the college's purpose, and aiding in accomplishing the college's goal to transform CFAES to be a highly effective, relevant, and efficient, innovative college. This year's recipient is Sarah DeVilbus, office manager and administrative associate in the Department of Entomology. Sarah's unable to join us today. Accepting on her behalf will be Dr. Jamie Strange, chair of her department. Sarah is a skilled administrator contributing positive changes throughout both the department and the college. She is a collaborative problem solver and provides high-quality service to all who need help. Sarah provides the department with important insights to aid grad students' success. Entomology's grad students' experience from recruitment to graduation has improved greatly under her watchful eye. A contributor to her nomination stated, her positive attitude and persistence to achieve whatever goals are in front of her enhance work for everyone around her as well. Please join me in congratulating Sarah. The next award is the Key Values Award. This award is for dedication, cooperation, and positive attitudes in the workplace within the first 3 years of employment for CFAES. This year's recipient is Brianna Schneider, Academic Program Coordinator in the Department of Horticulture and Crop Sciences. In her role, Bree led efforts to increase the department's visibility of current activities and members by bringing new life to the department's Instagram and Twitter accounts. She has worked to organize departmental functions that build a sense of community, allow for unplanned collaborations, and help strengthen the social fiber of the department members to make HCS a welcoming environment for all. Please join me again in congratulating Bree. The next award we will present is the Innovation Award. This award is for developing and or participating in project initiatives or process operation improvements that enhance CFAES and its missions. This year's recipient is Sarah Longo, Program Coordinator for Ohio 4-H Camping and Older Youth Programs. Sarah was a key member of the Strike Force working group that redesigned where Ohio 4-H professional resources were located, taking the lead role of redesigning the Ohio 4-H staff intranet. Additionally, she took leadership in organizing an online 4-H 101 Canvas course for new 4-H professionals. Sarah also developed countless resources, documents, videos, and job aids for 4-H professionals. Please join me again in congratulating Sarah. The next award is the Special Recognition Award. This award is for going above and beyond job duties, having special commitment to tasks, providing positive customer experience, and improving workplace communication. This year's recipient is Cindy Kratzer, Brown County Office Associate, OSU Extension. Cindy, I think your fans didn't want to be outdone by the last group of fans. This year's recipient, Cindy, has been with Extension for over 20 years, starting as an office assistant and now the only office associate in Brown County office. She has been through many changes, but has kept a positive attitude with a commitment to making sure the office runs effectively and efficiently. Cindy goes above and beyond to help people whenever she can, even when it may not fall into the role of the Extension office or her role as office associate. She takes pride in her work and wants to make sure that everyone is successful, from 4-Hers to volunteers to others within Extension. Please join me again in congratulating Cindy. Thank you, Emily. Now joining us is Morgan Meyer, who's representing the CFAES Undergraduate Student Council. The first award we will be presenting from our Undergraduate Student Council is the Outstanding Undergraduate Employee Award. This award is designed to honor undergraduate students who have contributed to the mission of the college by providing high-quality service through paid work experiences. We have two recipients of this award. The first recipient is Cameron Kreis. Cameron is a member of the Office of Student Success in the college and is a valuable contributor to the overall mission of the college and that office to plan, develop, and implement programs to ensure students' success. Many students are benefiting from Cameron's dedication to her work. Her thoughtfulness about what students' needs are, coupled with keeping the mission of the college at the forefront, has been invaluable. Her nominator stated she is a great representation of CFAES as an employee and as a student. Please join me again in congratulating Cameron. Our next recipient is Morgan Meyer. Morgan is a student assistant in the Office of the Vice President of Agricultural Administration and Dean of our college. Morgan's dedication to the college is evidenced not only by her student leadership and peer mentoring roles, but her willingness to go above and beyond in everything she does, even taking on tasks that fall beyond her normal work. Morgan is willing to share her own perspective, but also to reach out to other students to gain insight, finding the best ways to connect and help share opportunities. A contributor to her nomination stated, "Morgan is an amazing worker, and we are extremely grateful to have her as a part of our team. I am appreciative that Morgan does not judge me when I walk around the office talking to myself as I work through projects, so I appreciate that as well." Please join me again in congratulating Morgan. Our next award is the Meritorious Service to Students Award. Recipients are individuals outside the university who contribute significant time and energy in support of our students and our academic departments. This year's recipient is Minister Aaron Hopkins. Minister Aaron has been an incredible resource for students within CFAES and the entire university, as he has fervently sought partnerships for authentic hands-on learning experiences in the areas of food sovereignty, community gardens, and urban agriculture. An example of his service to students was the pivotal role he played in facilitating a philanthropy event for the Agricultural Communicators of Tomorrow Club. In addition to helping plan the event, he was on site providing instruction and encouragement for a diverse group of student leaders. Minister Aaron is an invaluable resource to students keeping a deeper understanding of social justice and the work which is required to obtain it. Please join me again in congratulating him.
And Justin Kurtz accepted
What's that?
Justin Kurtz accepted.
And accepting for him is Justin Kurtz. Thank you, Justin. Our next award is the Faculty and Staff Outstanding Service to Student Award. This award recognizes faculty and staff in the college that provide guidance and mentoring to our students and student organization. This year's recipient is Sarah Williams, Academic Program Coordinator for the Student Success Experiences in the college. Sarah coordinates the CFAES Peer Mentor Program, CFAES Learning Community, Kellogg Mosier Learning Community, first-year experience programming, including welcome events for new students, and the FAES 1100 course, and serves as the co-advisor for the CFAES Student Council. Sarah never hesitates to offer her time and assistance to students. She has helped multiple students with personal complications, professional situations, and academic issues or exploration. The diligence and enthusiasm Sarah brings to work, extracurriculars, and most importantly, Ohio State, each day is what helps make students' experience worth noting. Without her, a majority of our thriving CFAES organizations and programs would not be in their current prosperous state. Please join me again in congratulating Sarah. At this time, would Eric Barrett, representing the college's Faculty Advisory Council, join us on stage for the next presentation? I'm honored to formally award our 2022-2023 Distinguished Professors of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences. Our college awards this honorific title on a competitive basis to full professors who have excelled in teaching, research, or extension engagement, and whose work has demonstrated significant impacts on their fields, students, college, university, and/or the public. Recipients receive a medallion to be worn with their regalia, a matching lapel pin for other occasions, a framed certificate, and an increase to their base pay. Eligible professors are those who served in tenure, professional practice, or research track appointments for at least 5 years at Ohio State or a peer university. The selection committee, made up of previous recipients, was extremely impressed with all the nominees and their impactful contributions. This year, 3 professors have been selected for this honor. They are Dr. Luis Rodriguez Sayona, professor in the Department of Food Science and Technology. Dr. Rodriguez Sayona's research focuses on the topic of handheld sensors based on vibrational spectroscopy. His research is recognized for the integration of pattern recognition analysis with complex spectral information to identify potential food tampering, monitor food quality attributes, and identify and evaluate food safety hazards. Dr. Rodriguez Sayona's vast experience in spectroscopy has led to the development of novel sensor technology with broad commercial appeal. Dr. Rodriguez Sayona has received numerous awards during his tenure, including the 2021 CFAES Distinguished Teaching Award, the 2021 Lumley Interdisciplinary Research Award, the 2020 OARDC Innovator of the Year Award, and the prestigious R&D 100 Award in 2020. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Luis E. Rodriguez Sayona, Distinguished Professor of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences. Our next honoree is Dr. Sudhir K. Sastry, Professor in the Department of Food, Agricultural, and Biological Engineering, and serves as the President of the Society for Food Engineering. Dr. Sastry is a renowned researcher contributing over 40 years of valuable scientific and technological achievements in the development of advanced thermal and non-thermal food manufacturing technologies, making food safer for consumption. He is a pioneer in his field who is passionate about the application of engineering principles for the development of the next generation of advanced thermal and non-thermal food manufacturing technologies. Did I just read that? Okay. I lost my place. Dr. Sastry's research contributions have been recognized through numerous awards, including the 2015 ASABE International Food Engineering Award, the 2015 International Association of Engineering and Food Lifetime Achievement Award, the 2009 Lumley Research Award, the 2008 OARDC Innovator of the Year Award, and the 1997 IFT Research and Development Award. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Sudhir K. Sastry, Distinguished Professor of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences. Our next honoree is Dr. Brent Sanjan, a professor of Environmental and Resource Economics in the Department of Agricultural, Environmental, and Development Economics. Dr. Sanjan is widely recognized as the world's leading forest economist, conducting research on the economics of land use change, the design of incentive mechanisms for water and carbon trading, carbon sequestration, and valuation of environmental resources. He developed a global forest and land use model that has been widely used to assess the implications of climate change on ecosystems and markets, and to assess the cost of carbon sequestration in forests. Dr. Sanjan's expertise led to his participation in the writing team for the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, 3 times, from 97 to 2001, 2002 to 2011, and 2018 to present. In 2007, the IPCC were co-recipients of the 2007 Nobel Peace Prize. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Brent Songen. And please join me in one more round of applause to congratulate our distinguished professors. Please stand. Yes. I'll now turn the program back over to Dean Kress to share our Years of Service awards.
Why don't y'all join me again in thanking Tracy for emceeing and getting through all of that. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Today, we also want to take a little bit of time to also recognize the many valuable contributions that our faculty and staff have made throughout their years of service at The Ohio State University through the Years of Service Awards. These recognitions celebrate your entire time as an Ohio State Buckeye. As a reminder, all milestone year recipients will receive a certificate. Those reaching intervals of 10 years will also receive an additional gift to share our appreciation with you. The certificates and gifts will be available for your unit leader to pick up outside of the auditorium for distribution to each of the recipients. I'd like to start out today by recognizing our faculty and staff with 5 years of service to the university. If you're here in Columbus or watching from our CFAES Worcester or statewide campuses, please stand to be recognized by your colleagues. I'm in that group too. Those with 10 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. Those with 15 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. Those with 20 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. Those with 25 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. That's a big group. Those with 30 years of service to the university, please stand and be recognized. It's gone by fast, hasn't it, Steve? Those with 35 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. Those with 40 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. Those with 45 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. There she is, Janice. And those with 50 years of service to the university, please stand to be recognized. Linda up at CFAES Worcester, congratulations. In our college, our greatest asset truly is our people. And I hope you were as impressed by your colleagues as I am as you heard of their work and saw their achievements. This college continually impresses me through the work of each one of you. I would like to give a special thanks to our many faculty emeriti, and some of them are here with us today and joining us for the State of the College later. So if any of our faculty emeriti have arrived already, would you stand or wave at us so we know you're here? Welcome. We're glad you're back. We're glad you're back. I'd also like to give a special thanks to all of our faculty and staff who retired this year or will be retiring in this coming year. Again, if you're with us today, would you please stand so we can thank you and recognize you as well. A few of our leaders have recently completed or will be completing terms in their leadership positions, and I would also like to have you join me in thanking a few people. Dr. Ann Dorrance, who has stepped down from her role as Associate Dean and Director for our CFAES Worcester campus, but is continuing her role as Associate Director for the Ohio Agricultural Experimental Station while she finalizes faculty-related work prior to her retirement later this year. Please join me in thanking Ann for her service. We'd also like to thank Dr. Tom Mitchell, who has stepped down from his role as chair of the Department of Plant Pathology to pursue other opportunities. Thanks to Tom. We also have a few new leaders who I'd like to also thank for their service and recognize and congratulate them. Dr. Eric Toman on his interim appointment as director of the School of Environment and Natural Resources. Eric, thank you for all you're doing. Dr. Martha Belluri on her interim appointment as chair of the Department of Food Science and Technology. Welcome to our college, Martha. Dr. Pierce Paul on his interim appointment as chair of the Department of Plant Pathology. Pierce, thanks for being here today. Dr. Pasha Livers-Peffer on her appointment as chair of the Department of Animal Sciences. Pasha. Dr. Ann Christie on her appointment as Associate Dean and Director for Academic Programs. Welcome, Ann. We're delighted to have you back. And up on our CFAES Worcester campus, hi, Andy. We welcome Dr. Andy Michael on his appointment as Associate Dean and Director of the CFAES Worcester campus. Thanks, Andy. I want to thank all of our leaders and all of you for always being willing to step up and in a dedicated way, serve the rest of our college community. What a morning it's been to think about all this work. Again, as with our distinguished seniors last night, I assure you that the committees had a great deal of difficulty making their final decisions with all the talent that we have. I also want to take a moment and thank all of the people who took the time this year to participate in the awards in the part that's less glamorous than getting the award itself, especially those who took the time to write the letters of nomination, to encourage others to seek that award or to serve on our award selection committees or otherwise contribute to this event. It's important to have people who are willing to look around and see the people around them and know that they deserve to be recognized. And so we appreciate those of you who did that and took that time. We are so proud of today's award recipients, and I have to say, having been reappointed this last year, how very, very proud I am to get to serve as your vice president and dean and get to advocate and champion the incredible work that this college does throughout the state of Ohio. In our college, we strive to sustain life. We strive to address the grand challenges facing humanity and our world, and we do that in so many ways, through our discovery and research, through our education, through our outreach and our partnerships. But mostly, in our college, we sustain life through the persistent efforts of each one of you. Thank you. And this concludes our awards ceremony for today. We'll have a little reception, and then I hope you'll all stick around for our State of the College and hear about this great momentum throughout our college. Thank you, everybody, and congratulations.